Hi there, thanks for joining me today. Welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm Catherine. I make journals out of old books. And this one's an oldie, 1880. Needed a whole new spine, so I made a soft one out of lots of different old laces. And I love how it turned out. And it's lovingly called Mrs. Cratchit's Prayer Journal, because it's actually a book of common prayer for the Anglican Church. And I'm assuming that she would have gone to the Church of England, but who knows? It wasn't really mentioned in the story, so I'm just presuming that most of the people that lived in that neighborhood went to the local church, which was the Anglican Church. And I know that only because my ancestors lived in Camden Town as well, where the Cratchits lived. So if the Cratchits really were alive, and they're alive in my heart, they're probably in neighboring plots with my ancestors, although my ancestors probably got buried in common graves. Knowing my ancestors, they barely had enough to make ends meet, let alone pay to bury someone. Not unusual back then for people to be buried in common graves. Anyhow, Mrs. Cratchit, I think, is done. So I just thought I'd bring you along with me. I have to take the tabs out, and that's always fun and satisfying. And some of the tabs are at the bottom. and it gives you a little sneak peek. Tomorrow I will be doing the flip through in the morning, and then most likely I will be listing her in my Etsy shop, probably around 4:30 or 5 p.m. Eastern time. I've lost track whether it's standard or daylight savings or whatever it is. Whatever time it is in New York, that's the same time as where I live. So 4:30 or 5 on Saturday. She will be going in my Etsy shop if you think that you might be interested. So I have some little pieces of some tea-dyed paper in case we find some empty tuck spots. But I have her chock full of real ephemera and faux ephemera that is fun to make. You know what? Sometimes I feel sad, oh, it's faux ephemera. But it's so much fun to make that I have to remind myself that that's half the fun as well of a junk journal, is creating something cool out of the things that I find in books and turning it into what I wanted it to be. So there we go. So let's get in here, and I've already walked you through there. And the tab number 1 already fell off and already got thrown off. Oh, here we go. Welcome to Mrs. Cratchit's Prayer Journal. There we go. Let me see if there's anything that I haven't shown you, although you'll see it when we do the flip through. I've put, this is an actual postcard, so it really is, I'm not sure how old, but I can't see, 08 I think it says, so 1908 probably. So that's an actual postcard, the real thing, and this is from a player piano paper roll. I gotta stop taking you on a tour. We're gonna do the tour tomorrow. We're just going through and making sure. Now this is not a tuck spot, that's just pretty. All right, that's okay. That is a tuck spot, but it's already got something in it. This is a tuck spot. I believe I made it into a tuck spot. It is. All right. So that's good. That's a tuck spot. So, and there's already something in it. So that's good. This is a tuck spot, and there's already something in it. That's a real postcard as well. So there are quite a few genuine old things. This old tatting was a collar off of a dress. So things like that. So here we go. There's one. Ah, I love doing that. It just makes... I had so much fun with this book. It took a while, but I really love to luxuriate over my Dickens Christmas books that I make. So, and I luxuriated big time over Mrs. Cratchit's prayer journal. So, and I left tons of writing room and put in lots of pages from the original text block. And I still got it, so I'm going to go through it and find some to send along with the book when it goes. Here's another tuck spot, and I've already explained, but I'll explain it again. I hand wrote with my ink pen, my dip pen, some scriptures that have to do with the birth of Christ, as if maybe they were Mrs. Cratchit's favorites and she had written them out. And then I imagine that this book got passed to maybe Martha or Belinda, and then maybe Martha or Belinda passed it on to their daughter, and we don't really know which daughter added what to the book. So there are really old things, and then there are slightly newer things into the book because several generations of Cratchit women put their little mark in this book, and then the new owner will put their mark in it. But see what I mean? How I didn't take up too much room. There's lots of room for journaling in. Yeah, I don't think I've done anything else. That's a nice big blank spread. Ah, that I left alone. I can't believe it. To Nana's bookmark, and I used the bookmark from my own Nana's Bible. So that makes it kind of a double Nana thing, because the real bookmark, and it probably was from her mother, so my great Nana. That bookmark is in there. So, because there's always a To Nana's bookmark in one of my journals. So let's keep going here and see another tuck spot. So I've just put in some tea-dyed paper. But like I said, because I'll be putting in more of this, you'll be able to make some tags of your own. If you prefer to put tags in your tuck spots rather than just tea-dyed paper, there'll be plenty of text block pages for you. A little snowflake. Found that, of course, thrifting. Oh, let's get this. That's number 3. There we go. Had a little fun stamping here. Oh my. And I didn't mess it up too badly. And a little calendar. This was from, as I mentioned, a subscriber who I feel like has become a good friend, sent me like a massive box of Christmas scrapbook paper a couple of years ago, and I'm still going through it. In here is all the little, well, some of the little carte de visite that I made, and then the little tuck spot under there. A sad one. We all have a sad Christmas sooner or later. You're lucky if you haven't had one yet. I'm very happy for you, but we've all had a sad Christmas in our life, and some of us, once you get to a certain age, you'll have had a few Christmases where you'll have a moment on that day where you feel sad. We'll go over that in the flip through. Oh, here we go, number 4. This is not a tuck spot. It's just glued on. And that's fabric from some really cool fabric that came in Happy Mail. Yeah, when you get to, I mean, I'm going to be 64 this month, and I've had a few sad ones now, but the happiness still beats it out, you know. You've got to still be grateful for the day, just like Bob Cratchit said. So, see what I mean? I can't believe everything that I fit in this book and still left so much room. Love this lace. And lots of little baubles hanging off things. Look at all this room. I can't believe I wasn't a journal hog this time. But it just came out so pretty, and I'm having so much fun with the gold ink pad. Oh, it's the new love of my Christmas life. Another tuck spot with a scripture written pretending that it was Mrs. Cratchit, and another little journaling tag card. Lately I've been doing them on paper so they're not so thick and bulky. And just tuck that in there. Little lace here. Oh, another one. Oh, yay! Let's turn those around so we can see them. Yay. So hubby and I went with our friends over to Buffalo and Niagara area and did a tiny little bit of Christmas shopping. Not a lot. The dollar exchange is not very good from Canadian dollars to American dollars, but it's still nice to go. We have some little shops that we love just for sentimental sake, because we've been doing this for years, since before Dan and I even got married. And it was, these friends of ours are not only friends, but we ended up becoming relatives because their son married my daughter. So we share grandchildren. So it's nice when you can brag with people and go, aren't they the most beautiful? And they go, oh yeah, they are. And they did this and they did that. Oh yeah, well they did this at my house. And it's just the best when you can just all brag together. It's really, really great. It's nice to, it's kind of like a dream come true to share grandchildren with good friends. So Mike is my husband's best friend, and was best man at our wedding. Just put in a little, this is, the card itself is antique, but it was falling apart, so I did some faux cellophane tape on there. And some little birdies. Gotta love the little birdies at Christmas. So we're slowly getting through this. It's like a little pre-flip through, but the flip through is going to take forever. I'm quite sure when I do it. I doubled these up, so it's a really deep pocket actually. If I wanted to, I could really hide that in there, but I have it sticking out the top, and it's actually St. Paul's Cathedral. So, and that's real. I didn't cut that out of a book or anything. Again, Mrs. Cratchit, maybe one of her favorite scriptures, Isaiah, the prediction of the coming of Christ, and lots of lace in this book. But it's really crummy, old, worn out lace. And if it wasn't that way, I made it that way. So it's on purpose. None of the lace in this book looks beautiful, but I think it does. This was the top of the box of Christmas cards, but look how beautiful in that turquoise. I got that from Nancy. Oh, here we go. 6. So there's one more to go. Another one of Mrs. Cratchit's, and then there's room for journaling on the back, since I didn't turn it into a pocket. A lot of them I turned into pockets, but not all. Some are tucked into tuck spots. This is from that wrapping paper that my daughter saved for me. Oh, I love it so much. See what I mean? Lots of little dangly things in this one. And this again is scanned. It's from the real original one was from my grandmother's Bible. And I switched out the other, come on you, the other old people and put this one in because that's the Bob Cratchit that I used in last year. I think it was last year's Dickens Christmas book. I think I'm still going to do one more Dickens Christmas book this year. And just a little piece of gold lace there. Catherine stopped doing a tour. There they are. So, you know what? If you preferred these two back in that one, put them back. There we go, 7. And I think we're good. Some little laces I stuck here and there. And then tons and tons. Like I said, I didn't take over too much. But I did have fun. That's from that wrapping paper too. It's like a vintage reprint, but it was so gorgeous. And I need to put something in here. Oh, I know what I was going to put in here. I was going to put Mrs. Cratchit's little tag that I used for that. And then here's, oh, I must put it in before the glue dried. Come on, let go nicely. There we go. So there's one of Mrs. Cratchit's scriptures tucked in there, but you can put what else you, if you like something else in there. Another little dangly thing. Catherine, quit doing the tour. And then I put my little on the back this time. But see what I mean? It's, I still plan on putting, where is it? This, so that will be a surprise when I do the flip through. I do plan on putting this brooch on, but what I'm going to do is tie a ribbon this way around the book on this side. I wonder if I can do one. What's sticking out there? Yeah, I could do one this way. There will be a ribbon around it, and I'm going to pin the brooch to the ribbon. And then the new owner, if they decide they'd like to put the brooch somewhere else, they can. But I think it's just perfect for this book. Part of me wondered about putting it right there, but I really love that it does say Common Prayer on it. So I'm leaving that the way it is. But so when you see the flip through tomorrow, you'll be able to see what I finally decided to do with this beautiful petty point brooch. That's the real thing. I just can't imagine. I can't even do big embroidery, let alone the size of those stitches is just incredible. I have a little picture about this big that either my Nana did it or her mother did it. It's a little winter snow scene of a little house. And it's a whole picture in this petty point. And it's just so precious to me. And it's a mystery. And I even asked my mother, I said, who did this, Mum? Because she said she didn't do it, but it came from her side of the family. And she said, oh, it was most likely either my mother or her mother. And that's all I know about this beautiful little picture. I'll have to bring it and show it to you one day. I'll find somewhere to tuck these in. They might as well go with the book because they're ready to go. So thanks for joining me as we got to do the historic, as much as I enjoy it, taking these tabs out of the book, which means it's ready. And it means, tomorrow I could start working on a new one. And I'm going to work on it. I got to work on Christmas. I've got my Christmas boxes out. And I got Christmas stuff to use. So I'm excited about that. So thanks for joining me today. I'm starting to lose my daylight, so that means that I have to say goodbye now before it gets completely dark in here. If you enjoyed this, I hope you'll take a moment and click on like. And if you're new here, I hope you'll take another moment and hit subscribe and ring the bell so that you'll get reminders of when I post new videos. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're safe, and that you and your loved ones are safe and healthy. And we'll talk soon. You'll get to see a flip through and a more detailed tour tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye.